Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Kerry Atherton. How are you, girl?
Hi, Anton. Hi, everyone out there.
Been a long time, hasn't it? Like about 30 seconds. We're going to do part two now.
Yes.
So, part
That-
one was about how we have hope, and you talked through your book and what you've learnt from other people just around hope and looking forward. Let's now, Kerry, talk about the fact that no matter how good people are at being strong, no matter how resilient they are, no matter how they choose to look to the future, there are going to be people. There's millions of people probably in our country, let alone around the world, that just will not cope with this. Right? This is a trying time. There's challenges. Kerry, in all your counselling days, and for us, and obviously, as you know, I do coaching as with leaders and teams and different things, which is sort of a totally different space.
yeah.
What's your advice, girl, for how are we going to support everyone? How are we going to support each other through this whole COVID-19 thing?
Well, it's very interesting because what I do with Stories of Hope and running community events where people can come along and hear the stories of other people that have come out the other side of hard times, counselling, speaking,
Mm.
putting the stories in the book so people can take them home and read them. All my time is devoted to caring for other people in normal situations. And now we've got a crisis on our hands. And I felt like, oh my goodness, I feel so helpless because there's actually things that are happening to people out there that whether they want to invest in the change in that situation, they can't. That situation has happened to them. And I was feeling quite overwhelmed because I was thinking, how can I help all these people? And
Mm.
my mercy and compassionate heart wanted to reach out and try and help the whole world.
Mm.
And of course, we can't help the whole world. And then I realized that I was struggling myself. And I'm a real people person, so not being able to have the physical connection and face-to-face connection with people was really impacting on me. And I realised that it would be for other people. But I had to take a step back and just have some solace and some quality time and just sit down with myself for a few days. I actually went off Facebook. I've been off Facebook for a week because I need to get myself right before I can get out there and help anyone else. And I think that that's a message for everyone. If we're discontent in our soul and our emotions aren't regulated at the moment, we're not going to be able to be our best selves to be able to help others.
Mm.
So I'm strengthening myself at the moment so that very shortly I will feel a lot more resilient and I'll actually have some gold to give out, hopefully, rather than just some wood, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I want to be able to give people the best that I can give them and the
Wow.
best support. But there's a lot of podcasts going on now, like we're doing today.
Yeah.
And I think this is a time, and I said this when I was talking to Jerry yesterday, this is a time, I think, especially on LinkedIn, where we're going to have access into people's lives that we didn't have access into their life before. Being very business orientated, LinkedIn, often you wouldn't connect with people unless you had something to do with their business. But we're a whole lot of business people now needing to connect on a human level
Mm.
and support one another on a human basis, one to one. And so that connection is just absolutely vital.
So what you're saying, what I heard then, Kerry, was fill your cup so that you can be strong yourself emotionally, and you've gone away and done that. You've gone away and done some work on yourself and worked out what it is that you need to do to be stronger for other people, so that then you can come back and share that with them and say, look,
Yeah.
this is what I've learned through this period of self-discovery. And for you, you've had a journey of 38 years of this, which has been fantastic, and people can read about your story in your book. And then the other thing is, from what I heard, was actually keep connecting, connect on different levels. So, there's obviously social platforms that we can get on. Don't feel like you're on, don't do life alone. I've
That's right. Yes.
heard you say that before. So however you can get connected is what I'm hearing. Is that a fair call?
That's right. I think that's the number one vital thing at this time. And like the self-care, ask for help. If you haven't received help yet, seriously, my feeling is you haven't asked enough people. There will always be someone that can help. And this is a time where if we've found it hard asking for help in the past, this is the time to ask for help, because there's always somebody that's willing to help. And when we give to someone else, it's a great feeling.
It is.
And so many people want to help us at this time. And so I think giving them that privilege too of being able to feed into our life and help us is huge. And making healthy choices of what we're going to do with our time. I've been sober for 38 years in AA. So I think if you have a tendency to have a drinking problem, maybe this is the time to go and seek out AA online. They're doing it online now for the first time I haven't heard of this before. So that's a fantastic resource for people that are struggling with addictions. So
good.
Do some research and see what's out there.
Good on you. Go and get support.
Do something new. Do something new.
Do something new. Learn something new.
That's right.
Do a psychology, do a psych degree, for example, just for fun, as you do. Yeah, write a book. Buy a new book. Read a new book.
People that have got hope.
That's right. And I haven't given so many of my books away this time either. I'm happy to. I put it out there. Anyone that watches this that wants a copy of one of these, let me know.
Great books, Anton.
Sorry?
Great books.
Thank you. And so are yours too, Kerry. I've got yours and read the first one and given, made sure that a few people who've come through our programs have got a copy of your books too. So, which is important. I want to get the word out there.
Yeah, so I think keeping a positive mindset, waking up each day, don't think about yesterday, and what can I do today to help make my day and someone else's day great?
I love it. I've started doing what we call a pre-start or a morning check-in every morning.
Yeah.
And
I've got to check into that too soon.
I do it. Oh, it's on Facebook. Facebook Live. I do a Facebook Live every morning. And it's really about how are you going? What are you going to do today? And who are you going to check in with? Great.
Love it.
So three great questions. Kerry, thank you so much. You've been amazing as always. It's always a pleasure chatting to you. I love your insights. Thank you so much. And we'll leave it there. And how can people reach you and how can people get a copy of your book, by the way?
On my website, www.storiesofhope.com.au.
Beautiful. Good on you.
Or on the Stories of Hope Australia Facebook page.
Good job.
Message me if you want to chat.
Oh, nice. And that goes for me too. Everyone out there, please reach out. Thanks, Kerry. Good on you, girl. We'll speak soon.
Thanks, fun. See ya. Have a good day.
You too.